pandemic got us into a reflective space and made us look inward to see what we can do for the world at large. As a self-expression coach, I became a catalyst for women and started Vani, a one-on-one coaching program for women on finding their voice, to speak up, to be visible. As a storyteller, I spotted there were many ordinary people amongst us leading extraordinary lives, making a difference to the world, and they needed to be heard. Thus was born You and I with Rashmi Shetty, where amazing personal journeys with their uniqueness and individuality are showcased, a reaffirmation of the fact: open your eyes wider. The world is far more beautiful when we acknowledge the presence of both you and I. The second Sunday of May is Mother's Day. Our guest this week is Beulah John, who is a mother not only to her twin boys, but to more than 23 girls who are now with her. For her, every day is Mother's Day. A retired high school biology teacher, now a full-time mother and social worker, she is the founder and managing trustee of the Refuge Foundation Children's Home. Having been saved from trafficking herself, Beulah wanted to create a safe space and home for motherless girls in distress. She has dedicated her life to serving children who have been abandoned, unloved, and orphaned. Honored multiple times for the service that she gives her children, Beulah is a mother to the core. Listen in as Beulah shares how she believes that serving these children is the purpose of her life. She's very clear when she says that this one life she has, she would love to dedicate to girls who she thinks are a blessing. Her dream is to make them qualified and financially independent. With Mother Theresa as her inspiration, the service she renders is definitely the need of the hour. Hi, Beulah. Such a pleasure meeting you again after almost a decade now. You're just the same. Welcome to You and I with Rashmi Shetty.
Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you.
You are somebody who, when I met you last time, also was smiling, joyful, energetic, and you still continue to be the same. So, what is little Beulah like? To the Beulah John that the world knows you today.
Yes, this Beulah has her own story when she was young, In India, there are so many girls, daughters, especially daughters. So I also have my own story because I was kidnapped when I was 2 years. I was about to be trafficked. I have my own story where I was born in Bangalore. I think I can share this story because people should know how, a girl child can come up in life, if with the support of family. So when I was, daddy had to transfer to Belgaum and then Bangalore, I was born there. So around 2 years, I was playing and somebody came, beggar or something. Mummy went inside the kitchen and fraction of a second, I was kidnapped. And I was not to be found. My mother searched everywhere, daddy searched everywhere. So they had to give FIR as usual, how parents give FIR when their girl child is missing. Same thing is happening today, and same thing happened to me in 1972. It happened to me, 72. So I think then Appa had to give FIR. Police started searching for me from morning 7:30 till 8:30. I was not found. Till night, I was not found. But the terror, the fear of mom and dad, the local people helped them. And they also searched for me, and I was found in a railway station. I was hidden in a railway station by few people. I was about to be trafficked to another state. So this Beulah has her own story when she was young. And they found him and I was crying very badly, loudly, and my mother heard my cry. And I think I was blessed to have a mother and father who was behind their daughter. Because daughters are, for some, it is a burden. For some, it is a blessing. For my father and mother, I was a blessing. So they didn't give up on me. I was found on the same day. So I am a victim and a survivor today. I was lost and I was found. So that's how I was found. And that kidnapper was just forgiven by my father. FIR was taken back. And he applied for transfer, came to Bangalore, and I still did my studies, grew up in Bangalore. And that's my story when I was a small Beulah, to tell you. So in India, so many girls go missing, but not all are found. Not all are found. It's so sad and unfortunate. Many girls are raped and murdered, and even we don't know what happened to them. And some parents, they search for a few days and thus they just give it up because they find girl children are a burden. And but I was very, I mean, God's grace, I think, God's purpose in my life. Each one of us are alive today because God has a purpose, and that's why today I'm a grown-up Beulah. Yeah,
Oh my God. Okay.
yeah, I have my
Uh,
own story.
I know. And
Yeah.
so once you moved to Bangalore, Beulah, how were you in school? Were you a very good student, exemplary student,
Yes.
outstanding student? What kind of a student were you, and
Yes,
what was your school life like?
yeah, I studied. Appa, my dad and mom put me and my had a little sister. They put us in only girls. They had the fear of men, and because I was kidnapped when I was young, so they put me and my sister in a school where only girls studied. It is called Goodwill's Girls High School. 10 years I studied there, and I was a merit student, always first rank. Me and Bindu, my classmate, 10th standard, always first rank. Even 1 mark only. If I'm second, she's first. So I was a merit student and I studied well. And some children got admission when they told my name to the school. So one of my cousin wanted admission there. Say they told my cousin is Beulah, she got admission, and today she's a dentist. Today she's a doctor. So I think God blessed me with a good merit student.
And post
And
10th standard, how
post
did
10th
you manage?
standard. So while I was in school in fourth standard, I came through Mother Teresa's story in English prose. And that's how I choose to, when I grow up, want to become like, not like Mother Teresa. So I thought as a foreigner, she came to India and she did so much. And as an Indian, what am I doing? So that the thought it came to me when I was in fourth standard. So I just committed my life to God, telling when I grow up, I would like to do something like Mother Teresa in her 100%, at least one fraction where I live. And that's how it is. And I came to 8th standard, biology teacher inspired me. I wanted to become biology teacher. And after 10th standard, joined Jyoti Nivas College, once again, where only girls studied. So, Jyoti Nivas and my daddy put me there and my sister, fearing boys or fearing men, that's the kind, because my father and mother were very protective and very possessive of me and my sister daughters. So I studied in Jyotini was 5 years and I finished my BSc. And my dream to become a teacher, I had to study, but I got married when I was 22. Only 1 year I stayed with parents. I got married, and when I was 23, I studied my B.Ed. I'm a biology high school teacher.
Okay, so dream fulfilled. And
Yes.
as you were doing the teaching profession, were you finding joy in that profession? Because you had aspired to be a teacher when you were in
Yes.
eighth standard.
Yes. Yes.
And since you were such a brilliant student, nobody pushed you into doing medicine or any other professional course, Beulah? You were
No,
very clear?
I was very determined to become a teacher. Like in 10th standard, few of us, four of us friends, all of us decided to become teachers. Me and my friends, and all of us are teachers today. So that thought never came to me. So just become a teacher, biology teacher.
Okay.
So I'm a high school biology teacher.
Okay. So, as your journey with marriage, your career,
Yes, yes,
biology teacher continued,
yes,
what happened in
yes.
your personal life?
But this dream, when I saw children on the road, when I went, like while I was studying only BSc, when you travel in the bus and you see near traffic signals, child labor, selling few things. And I used to see these gypsies doing circus with monkeys and little ones walking tightrope, walking. This one side touched my heart, a little girl walking tightrope. That inspired me, like, was waiting to grow, waiting to finish my studies. And I thought I should not get married. That's what I was like. I should join as a sister in Mother Teresa home or somewhere, do community work. That was what I thought. But parents have their own desire. Daughter has to get married, and the other side, you have to obey your parents because they are a blessing. You can't go beyond their. That's how I got married. But this thought of seeing poor children on the road or homeless children, or sometimes they are dirty in the slum areas, was still in my thought. So I worked in schools, proper secular schools. But in 2007, 2001, I joined a NGO because my heart was to work in a community, how Mother Teresa walked everywhere, touched destitute people. So I left my job in a secular good school and joined an NGO just to work among the poor. So I worked for an NGO 7 years where I did lot of community work, where I walked through the slums, and that school work for school dropouts, rag pickers, especially girls who are dropped out because the parents didn't send them. So my heart was satisfied working among slum children. And so while I was working, I saw the sufferings of children, very pathetic, domestic violence, and sometimes mothers are burned to death, fathers are alcoholics. In the slum area, children are not safe. So that is where I was motivated or inspired to start my own NGO. So today I started 2007, I started my own NGO.
Okay. And by that time, personally, did you have your own family? And
Yes, yeah.
yeah.
93, I got married, and 94, I got twin boys. God blessed me with twin boys. And it is when you have a dream and when you're working towards a dream, your family is your big support because you can't do things alone and you need some support. And my husband, my father, and of course my mother and mother-in-law little hesitated because my daughter has studied so much BACB, and why she's leaving her job and why she want to start her own NGO. She has God blessed her with two children, and why she wants some more children in her house. My dream was take children from the road and be with us, eat the same food, be with my two sons. Like that only I started. So I think last time when I spoke to you, I spoke about a little boy, 3.5, and he was my third son. Then again two sons, then again a daughter I rescued. So like that, it went on and went on, and then afterwards my family supported me fully. Today the first child is 18 years, and he just finished his 12th standard. He's going to do his degree now, psychology. So that's my life grown now. My family support was great for me. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Because in these kind
Yes.
of
Yes.
different kind of activities, especially making
Yes.
a difference
Yes.
in society, I think
Yes.
family needs to
And
be
you
there.
can't do it alone. You
Yes.
need support.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is true. So, when you decided to start this NGO, what did you have in mind, Beulah, that you're going to take children who need to be rescued? Anybody you see? How do you
Yes.
decide what kind of children you take under your shelter?
Mothers became my inspiration, especially mothers, Amma, the word Amma, and especially Ma, when you call Ma, Amma, okay, Mom, whatever you call, that has a great meaning in it. So my heart, before I could get married, also, I told her I don't want to get married. See, motherhood is something where even as a single mom, you can take care of children. Teresa was called as Mother Teresa. So all these words inspired me to become a mother to the motherless. That was in my heart. Be a mother to the motherless children. That is what inspired me. And I thought that is how when I rescued children, they should call me Amma. So that I just love the work of a mother.
True.
Yeah.
And can you tell us how the first child, rescued child, came into your shelter? Because now everybody can't go to the road and see children who are
Yes,
homeless and bring them
yes,
home. There's a legal
yes,
procedure
yes,
and all that that needs to be
yes,
followed.
yes.
So, can you
Mm.
tell the story of the first child that came home for you and how then on the journey continued?
Yes, the first child. Actually, I was, when God blessed me with two sons, craving for a daughter because daughters are a blessing. As I'm a daughter, and how I was blessed to have a father and mother. And this craving, where my husband also helped me, telling me, why not we adopt daughters? So, adoption is very legal, it's not easy to do in India. Then we thought of registering us as a children's home, CCI, it is called as, so that I can take license from the government, CWC, DCPO. Then only I can start a home. So, the first child was rescued in a bus stop, and where I don't know how he was left, and a lawyer rescued him. A lawyer, see how it is, everything went very legal. It's not easy. So we had to complain to the police station, and we had to give a complaint, and through the lawyer, that child I took, and that's a journey went on. And when he was like my third son, and as a family we lived. And sometimes the child lives with the grandmother, sometimes,
Yeah,
because that child would have lost both father and mother. Then I will speak to the grandmother, because I found a grandmother and a little child begging in a marketplace. So I spoke to the grandmother, and then she obliged, and then again do it with the help of a lawyer. And she was my first daughter, and she's 21 years today. And that's how my journey began. And I see children suffering with a single parent. Also, I will go and talk to them. So I saw two boys washing vessels in a hotel, and they were sleeping outside a shop. It was so sad. I have two sons who have a comfortable bed at home. They have an amma to call me. Why these two boys are on the road? The shopkeeper told me, no, ma, they sleep every day outside my shop. They have no mother. So my heart and my eyes always looked for children where there was no mother. That's how my dream was and my heart was. And I spoke to the father, telling him, I'll take your two sons with your permission, and you can always come and see them. And like your sons, they will grow with me. So I went to Mayo Hall. Legally, I took with the help of the father. And the two boys came. And along with my sons, only all these children, with a big family, we lived together. After 1 week, this father was murdered outside the shop. What if the children were there? Their two sons would have been. So I think they're God chosen children who are with me. And the two boys have finished. One has finished degree now. One has finished 12th standard. So they are all doing well. So I just look for children who are motherless. I just want to be a mother to them.
Okay. So, how many children did you start off with? Did you start and register your NGO after you had seen children and realized that an NGO can help you? Or did you bring them home first and then go ahead and register the NGO?
I did lot of groundwork. I started visiting lot of other homes, how they work, because you need to have a knowledge before you start something. You need to have an understanding. And so I have visited lot of children's home. I went and learned, and then I registered, and then I took August we registered. September we took a rented house, and October the first child came. It just went step by step, step by step. And then no turning back, just one at a time, one at a time, lot of children at home.
Okay, so at a given point, how many children do you have in your NGO at
Right
a
now,
given?
I have 23 girls. The 7 boys who I rescued are grown, and it's very challenging to keep boys and girls together. So I decided to put the boys in another boys' home where they are taken care. So I concentrate only on girl children because they need more care and protection. So right now I have 23 daughters at home, and there are few who have already finished studies and moved on with their life. Two are married already
Oh, okay.
in
So
past
when
15 years.
okay, so when you say 23 daughters, what is their age range, Beulah?
The eldest two are in college now, whom I rescued while they were 7. But grandmas brought them to me, or teacher brought them to me. My dream and desire or the vision is to educate a girl child, to because that is going to help her more with lot of love and affection, compassion on girl children. So the eldest is 20 years now. The youngest is now 10 years.
10
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Okay. So normally, if somebody comes over and just gives you a child, you take the child, or is there a legal procedure people have to follow before they give the
There
child?
is there is a legal procedure we have to follow, because I do a case study. It is just not it is just not as I come I take, because I take time to study. Is it genuine, or I just go visit the place, and if it is genuine, if the child is in need, especially we call them child at risk, especially girl child at risk. So the grandmother will come to me, or single father. So especially my criteria is motherless children, motherless, where I need to be a mother to them. Yeah.
Okay. Looking back now at this amazing journey, which now
Yes.
you have 23. So overall, how many boys and girls put together went through? What is your NGO called, Beulah?
The Refuge
Okay.
Foundation, Ashraya.
Okay.
So the
Ashraya,
refuge means, yeah, place of
yeah,
comfort and shelter.
correct. The Refuge Foundation. So through
Yes.
the Refuge Foundation, how many children have had homes now and a mother thanks to you?
Maybe around 50 to 60 have gone through me. And
Okay.
yes, in past 15 years. Past
Okay.
15. And they are in touch with me, calling me Amma still, and sending me messages, miss you Amma, love you Amma. So I'm very touched, like when they call me Amma, and that is what my dream was. So everyone's dream, everyone have dreams, and that destiny today is like, yeah, I just want to be called as Amma.
Yeah, and to be called Amma many times over, I think, is joy
Yeah,
unbounded.
yes,
Uh,
yes.
and so, in this journey of these 50 children, is there any story that touches you every time you think about the story, or makes you feel inspired to go ahead in this journey?
Yes. Like how when I was 2 years, I was kidnapped, but I was a victim, but a survivor, where I came back to my own family. Same like my story, there was a girl child rescued by IJM. I think you would have known IJM, International Justice Mission, who work among child laborers, trafficked children, and all that. One day they called me in 2014, June 1st, and told me, we have a child whom we rescued in Mumbai. They rescued her in Mumbai. She was trafficked from Karnataka to Mumbai, but she was rescued in Mumbai and they couldn't find her parents. And Mumbai police and IJM people contacted me, and we all went to CWC and we registered her there, and she was around 8 years, and I took her as my own child, and I did it legally because we have to do it legally, and CWC knows about it. And today she's just written 10th standard ICSE and we are waiting for the result. So this child is a great example where, like my own story, but my I had my father and mother searching for me and they found me, but this girl was just given away because I don't know whether they didn't want the girl child or she was just kidnapped, and they couldn't, and after a few years they found her family. So that's how this story inspires me, because it's like my own story. And this child, I put her in first standard when she was 8 years. She was 8 years when she came to me, and now slowly I taught her English. She spoke Hindi and little Kannada. Then she progressed very well. The school gave me double promotion, and now she has written 10th standard ICSE, and we are waiting for a result. This is a very success story.
Yeah, yeah, it truly is. And for Beulah, who started out wanting to make a difference, wanting a fraction of Mother Teresa in her,
Yes.
today, when you look at the 50 children who have gone through the shelter home
Yes.
are with you,
Yes.
what are some of the thoughts that come to you, Beulah? Because a lot of us want to do good, but very few get down to action like you have. What are some of the thoughts that come to you when you look at your own journey and see from where you got the courage to?
Actually, to become a mother is a joy. See, when a man and a woman get married, husband and wife, only when they get a baby, a child, they're called as a mother and father. So becoming a mother is a great joy, and motherhood, enjoying motherhood is a great blessing. So motherhood is a great blessing. So my dream, where I want to be like a mother to many children, I always thought of my own mother, because we were 7 children, 5 sons, 2 daughters, and lots, our luxury was love and affection. See, nowadays children are surrounded by many other things, they don't even have time to spend with their family. But those days, our father and mother, they spent more time with us. That was a great blessing. So my mother has inspired me so much how to spend time with the child. And then that's how I thought, let me also spend some time with the motherless children. And this inspired me a lot. And I'm there. I have to be a responsible mother, caring mother, compassionate, loving them. Two things I learned in this journey. It's not easy, very challenging, to discipline a child in a normal family. Mother finds it very difficult to discipline a child, but it's very challenging. Two things I learned in this journey is love and patience. Yeah, you love your child, be patient with your child. One thing I learned is love works, even if they do mistakes. One thing I learned is love works. Not anything, if you buy them something or do something, but love works. You just love them, and it works. Yeah.
You're right. That was supposed to be my next question. You partly answered it. That being a mother is also a challenging task today.
Challenging task.
For a lot of children, they get whatever they ask, and so they think they're entitled for whatever they have. And therefore, the relationship between the child and the mother and the parents per se is
Yeah.
a lot different than how it was in a generation which didn't have
Yes.
much plenty,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So, and still parents try very hard to give the child whatever they can. Now, you're a mother to two boys plus 50 other children.
Yes.
How do
Yeah.
you keep your children
Yes. Just it is like not all that they want I give them, but what they need I give them. So there is a big difference between a need and a want. So as they grow and as they grow, as and especially girl children, after they mature, their thinking and their lifestyle is little different, and I have to cater to according to their need, so. And girls are beauty conscious and their skin and everything. It's not only the food you give them, it's not only the shelter, the comfortable place you give them, and it's not only the clothes they wear, but the emotional need, the psychological need. As a girl child, as they grow, even boys, it's not only girls, even boys, children are a gift from God. And how I do it is I see whether it is needed for them. I look to their needs and not all that they want. So I have a big difference between a need and a want. Yeah. So that is how I
And
different.
can you give an example? When do you say a no to what they ask?
Yes, for example, mobile. For example, now two of my children are in college, but till in 10th standard, no mobiles. Even PUC, no mobiles. But now one of my child is doing second year BBA, and one more child is doing her first year BSc, and in Christa Jayanti College, the best college. And I have given mobiles to them. So that is a need now. So I have given mobile to them. And also cycling, I taught every child cycling, that they need. So there are certain things they need, so I give them accordingly.
Okay, so can you list out some basic needs of a child?
Every birthday. So how do I do it? So many children, so many birthdays will come. So previous day, I take that particular child, I take her for shopping. I buy what dress she needs. I feel every child has to have a normal childhood. How we were taken care. And if it is a school going child, they need chocolate, and they will calculate, Amma, 20 teachers, Amma, 160 children. I have to count. And according to that, I have to calculate. And it's not easy because so many children, it's not one or two. But till today, it has been done. The child has been given a new dress, chocolates, we cut a cake, and we have a special food. So that is one particular thing, birthdays are celebrated.
And from where do you get help, Beulah, to do all this? Because there is a lot of financial commitment as a result
Yes,
of the business.
yes.
So where does
Since we
your
are
help come?
Since we are legally registered, we have proper 12A, ATG, whatever certificates you need. There are good people around. There are good people. So I have local donations through them, good friends, family support. So through all it, every drop counts. And I take one day at a time. And, I also have, I take care of the next week. It's not that tomorrow what I need also I should be ready to give the child. So it is going on very well till today.
Okay. And in this journey, uh, there may be moments of recognition that you have got. Is there
Yes.
any special moment that you hold very close to your heart?
I got an award for community work. I think after I spoke FM, it's Rashmi. You have been a great blessing for me. And
Okay.
I think one of the members who attended, I think they also spoke, Pushpanjali Reddy. I
Uh,
still remember her. She visited my children's home. And one International Women's Day, they celebrate Women's Day. So one organization had called me and they gave me an award, Beulah John, for leadership award for a mother. Like, and yeah, and I also got an award from IJM, International Justice Mission. I got an award from them because the child whom they have given me has been growing very well. And they saw all the work of other girls who are with me, and they also gave me an award. And Deccan Chronicle and Indian Express, my story came. And that international women's meeting I attended, there was a Sangeeta, a journalist, and she wrote my story in her journal. Yeah, see, these are some awards, and it's all because of your blessing. I feel so that kind. Some because Pushpanjali Reddy came to know me, and it is a journey, as you say, it is a journey, and people have recognized me. But I'm just living here as a mother, full-time mother, amma, like my life goes on.
Yes. And to today's ammas who can't handle one or two children at home, having so many kids, 50 plus, and your children
Yeah.
included, how did you manage? What is it that as an advice you'd like to give the parents of today?
Yes, Rashmi. Yeah, this question, whoever has come to me, no, I don't know. How do you manage? So there is a mother who had three daughters. I'm not able to manage three daughters. How do you manage 23 daughters at the same time, So I prioritize, my responsibilities with them, spending more time with them because now I quit my job, teacher's job. I'm not working. I'm a full-time mother. I'm just enjoying my motherhood. Like, it is a sacrificial life. You have to sacrifice something if you want to gain something. You can't have both. So even again in this motherhood, my family has been my great blessing. My husband was a great support. My two sons were a great support. And it is because of all their support, I'm able to enjoy my motherhood, taking care of so many children and trying my best, one at a time. Sometimes with group, I speak to them, I spend my time, and or three of them, I take them out. Children need to take them, we need to take them out. Mother has to spend some time with them. I take them out for an ice cream, or I take them out something or the other, something I take them out, and that's how I spend my time with them.
Okay.
I just every time, only that night time I'm free. The whole day I'm with them and doing my work with them. Yeah.
So, as a mother to so many children, if there are three things that you would like to tell that parents should follow while bringing up children who turn out to be responsible citizens, what are the three things parents should?
Giving their time to them. The first thing. Sometimes, we become so busy with their own schedule, and when the child comes to talk to us, we feel, I have no time, I'll come back and talk to you and all that. For my heart, when my children always, Amma, I want to talk to you. If they tell me that, I take her out, because they're girls, they're all teens, they're all grown now, so I just spend time with them. I think first thing, we should just give them that in that 24 hours, maybe we can give some time to our children. That is first thing, spending some time with our children. Second thing, as I said, give them lots of love, lots of love. I mean, that word hate should not come to between a parent and a child. Always love them, in spite of them doing something wrong or maybe making you angry. Nowadays, children talk a lot, make you angry, make you upset, and a lot of things are there, but still, love works. Second things, I feel love works. And the third thing, you need to have a lot of patience with them, listen to them. Sometimes, adults, we think our dreams have to be fulfilled in our child, but just leave it to them. Their dreams have to be fulfilled and not our dreams on them. So these three things, I feel: time, love, patience. I think we need and to bring up a child,
Very beautifully put, Beulah. Very beautifully put, and very practical if we sit down to think.
Yes.
Weren't there moments when your two boys ever complained to you saying, Amma, you don't give us time?
It is, my boys have inspired me when they were in fourth standard. My boys were in fourth standard. My husband worked in Bishop Cotton Boys School. I worked in a school. My son studied in a school. But all three of us come back home at the same time. And one day it happened, 4:30, they brought a rat picker boy. He was dirty. They said, Amma, you look dirty. We brought him home. I was touched by my son's I mean, it is like love in action. You see, sometimes we see children on the road, we feel pity on them, but when you do it in action, it becomes compassion. So I saw my son bringing a boy home and telling me, Amma will give him bath because he was looking dirty. What I wanted to do, my sons did it when they were 8 years, fourth standard. I was touched by my sons. Then I was still working as a secular teacher. And that thought of my sons doing this inspired me more, motivated me more to leave my job and start my own NGO. So I gave him bath. My sons put their own dress to that boy, little boy, and we gave him food. And my sons are telling, Amma will keep him with us. Like, so that inspired me. My sons were very supportive, and I can say they were a blessing for me. My sons shared Amma with other children.
I
See,
know.
children,
I
yeah,
know.
children will share their toys or food or some clothes, something. But my sons shared their Amma to other children.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
is
have
so.
I have situations where my son's calling me Amma once, and my other girls children will be calling Amma. So I have to prioritize how to deal with everyone. So whole day I'll be busy with children. Only when they go to school, I have little time for me.
And you're not tired, Beulah?
No, this question everyone asks because I this fills me with joy, taking care of a child. And when I see the child growing, when two are in degree now, where I taken care from UKG, and they are studying, they are in degree in the best college. That was my dream. And when I see my vision coming reality, coming to a reality, I think I'm not tired. I just keep doing things, and there is a night to get rest. So I
Wow. So,
just go
when
on.
does your day begin and when does your day end?
Morning 5:36, I get up. I have a diary where I note it down what I have to do today. That
Oh,
helps you a lot, to prioritize.
yeah.
And I don't stress out too much because I need to live longer. I want to live longer and be a mother to as many as want to call me Amma. So I want to take care of my health. So I prioritize. I have a diary where I today what to do. Today is May 2nd. What I should do, I will do only that. So I prioritize and what can be done tomorrow can be done tomorrow. So I think we should not rush doing everything at the same time. That is what I learned because children, one has to go to school, one has to be in 10th standard, one has to do admission. Which is first? I do that first and then I do it.
Okay. And when you're talking about your entire day like this,
Yes.
uh, who is part of your team to help you to make sure that what you plan, what you write in your diary is fulfilled as?
It's like I have a team, like I have a staff, I have a cook
Hmm.
who can cook for the children. I have an admin staff who has to do my admin work. And also, this lockdown has helped me to start occasional training. So we taught our children because they're girls. We taught our children embroidery. We taught our children tailoring, and all this. So we have a teacher for occasional training. And some things what the I manage everything. I manage everything and just coordinate everything and with the help of this my staff and children are the beneficiaries. The children are like where I work with them, and now they are grown. Sometimes children also are with me to support me and help me out. Yeah.
Okay. So now that you brought the pandemic reflection time, the pandemic for all of us forced us into reflection, made us pause, see what we have done with our life so far, and realized that we have a choice always, and we had chosen that busy life that we had thought we are living.
Yes.
So each of us took our lessons from the pandemic. Life is slowly coming back to normal. God knows how many of us remember those lessons.
Yes.
But what about you, Beulah?
Yes.
How was the pandemic for you, and what are your reflections from the
I still remember like March 2020, the lockdown started and the schools just, I think the first day maths exam they finished and immediately suddenly the government, they announced lockdown. And it was like, all the children are with me, almost more than 20, and keeping them together is another challenge. So there are few grandmothers, I requested them, can you take your child for few days? And they obliged. And still there were 15 children with me, I had to take care of them. And it was lockdown, you can't go out, you can't even, no shops, nothing. It was a big challenge for us. And, and there were a lot of good Samaritans, helping people, providing provisions to you. And somehow like that, even I received provisions. And, and it went on. I mean, I took care of children, and there was this fear. If they get a cold or a cough or little fever also, even for slight fever, everybody thought it might be COVID, it might be corona. Yeah, we all lived in fear. And I think God gave me courage to move on with help of so many children also. And one thing I can say is I kept them healthy, giving them nutritious food. I kept them healthy, lot of vegetables, milk, eggs, because they're girl children. None of us, me, my husband, or my two sons, or all my daughters, the stuff, none of us were positive. God kept us healthy. This I can share with you. And another challenge is the online classes to so many children. And I have to give my mobile, my mobile, my husband's mobile, my laptop, in spite of I know there are challenges. And they will use, children are very technology. I mean, they know, they're very smart. So when I was struggling with online classes, there was an NGO, you and I, they came forward, they supplied few laptops for us, and online classes went on very well. So I think we were able to face every challenge. Every challenge was an opportunity for us, how to face it and how to overcome. And I think the 2 years were very challenging, and it went on well. Children attended classes, and I think it was good. We had to go through, no other way. No
For
other way.
somebody so positive like you, I'm sure it had to be good, and the end result had to be very good.
I just, that's why this patience helped me here.
Yeah.
Love and patience helped me, because when children went
But
through,
how do you develop patience, Beulah? How do you, is it something that is inborn in people or you
for
develop
me,
it?
I think for me it is inward, because my dad was a perfect example for patience. And my mother was a pure example to be to what is a motherhood, and mother, I think both their genes are into me, and their inspiration, I also thank God for that,
Do you
and
ever
also
get angry? Do you ever get angry?
very rare, even that anger will turn into love. So that is a question people ask me, don't you get angry? It is because so difficult to deal with children, and sometimes you have to get angry also. And sometimes I do get angry, but I will not show it up on children. You should never show your anger on anyone. You can just cope with it and do it, change that anger into a positive way, and speak to them, tell them. By the time I could do something, children would have written me sorry letters. That changes me a lot. Yeah. Yes. This is what is going on. You can mold a child. You can mold a child, without showing your anger to them. This anger will provocate, I mean, more danger into their lives. Then that's what I learned. Show them more love, and that is what I learned. Love works.
Love works,
Yeah.
but today love is equal to buying the most expensive stuff. What is the definition of love according to you, Beulah?
Spend time. That's again time with them. You just listen to them when they feel accepted, when they feel I have Amma, when they feel Amma is there for me. No need to fear. Amma is there for me. So that is the time I feel, that love works. When
Yeah,
when you are there for each other, when you are
yeah,
there for your child. When the movie Biggle came, everybody said women empowerment movie. Biggle, Vijay's movie. I know. So we all went out together, I mean, just listening to them and sometimes when they ask something which really they need, when you buy it immediately for them, oh, Amma is there for me. See, Amma
yeah,
bought this for
yeah,
me.
yeah.
So there are certain things, when they feel like that, and no need to fear. Amma is there for me.
True. Okay, so now we are in that point of this conversation, Beulah, where I would love to have 3 life lessons that you have taken from life, which you'd like to leave us.
Yes. We have only one life to live. So we have to remember that. And always I tell everyone, be kind and be loving to each other and share what you have, This life, what you do is more important than what you have, what you accumulate. Just share it and share your love. Share even things with others. I always feel our country, India is a rich country. There are people, rich in materialistic, rich in mind also, rich in heart. So I feel that when we share things with each other, be kind, be loving, what I learned, so I think all of us can be like that. I think it should start at home. It should start with the family. Sometimes nowadays, these mobiles have changed the life of everyone, where everyone spends more time with mobiles and even children. That is a concern now in every family because children spend more time and peer pressure, all that. So I feel all these things we can keep aside, spend more time with each other, be loving, be kind, share with each other. Only one life to live. And this life goes off. You can't do anything. When you go to grave, you can't do anything. There is no joy, no device, or no wisdom in the grave. When you're alive, you can do it. So that is what I like to say. When you're alive, whatever you want to do it, you do it. Don't postpone it. God has kept us alive during this
Yeah.
pandemic. We have heard so many people died, known people died. God has kept us alive. So I think we should thank God for this gift of life and do things what is good for others. Do good anytime you come across anything.
Yeah, true, true.
Yeah.
You're amazing, Beulah. Your life is an example. Everyone in the world celebrate Mother's Day in May on one Sunday. I think for you, every day is Mother's
Every
Day.
day.
Every
Yes.
moment is Mother's Day.
Yes, Rashmi.
And for women like you who love the thought of being a mother itself, changing your
Mm-hmm.
life and changing the
Yes.
purpose. In fact, I feel sometimes people like you have found your purpose very early in life and you're the chosen one.
Mm.
So may you continue to be blessed, Beulah, for
Thank you.
all that you do.
Thank
And may
you.
you continue to inspire people to hear your
Yes.
story. And that
Thank you.
smile on your face, may that continue to be the
Yes,
inspiration for
yes,
your
Rashmi.
children.
Yes, yes.
Thank
Thank
you so very much.
you.
Honored to have had you on You and I with Rashmi
Thank
Shetty.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you a lot.
With that, we come to the end of this weekly quest of You and I with Rashmi Shetty. Do let us know if you know people who make the world beautiful. Write in to rashmi.thethirdeye@gmail.com. That is RASHMI dot THETHIRDEYE@gmail.com. Come, let's explore this amazing world together, both you and I.